Hello, so today I'm going to discuss the new Neonatal Care Leave and Pay Act that comes into effect in April of 2025. So let's take a look. Now, the Neonatal Care Leave and Pay Act 2023 comes in on the 6th of April 2025, and this introduces a new statutory leave as a day one employment right and along with pay for employees that have at least 26 weeks continuous service with you by the relevant week. Now, the relevant week is 15 weeks prior to the expected week of childbirth, or in the case of an adoption, the week they're notified of a match. So very similar in terms of maternity and adoption. So as long as they're earning at least the National Insurance lower earnings limit, which is £125 a week, as of April, they'll be eligible for this leave and pay. This will sit alongside other statutory entitlements like maternity and sickness. And so there are a number of things that you'll have to do to prepare in advance of April. Now, those eligible will be entitled to take up to 12 weeks off work in blocks of 1 week for each week that their baby is in hospital. Okay, so what's involved with the neonatal care and leave and pay? So the leave piece, as I've already mentioned, will be a day one right and will trigger if a baby is up to 28 days old and admitted to hospital for a continuous stay of 7 days or longer. Now, let's just think about this. That's going to be a very stressful time, as well as emotional time for any parents involved. So the more that we can do to support them, the better. This entitlement does extend not just to birth parents, as well as adoptive or prospective adoptive parents, intended parents through surrogacy, and the partner of a baby's mother or the primary adopter. That is, if they live together in an enduring family relationship. The leave, if they're eligible, needs to be taken within 68 weeks of the baby's birth and is in addition to any other statutory leaves. So things like paternity, maternity, adoption leave. Now there's 2 tiers. Tier 1 will be for leave concurrent with that care I just mentioned, and then tier 2 for leave after the care is complete, so once they've returned, and those will have slightly different rules which you'll need to read up on and get familiar with and make sure your procedures follow that. Now, if they qualify for the pay, this will be payable at 187.18 per week unless you pay them more. So you can decide to pay them more. Now, what kind of things do you need to do? I've already mentioned one of them is to make sure you review your company handbook, procedures, policies, whatever you have to make sure it reflects those changes. You may also need to update your payroll systems if this isn't done automatically by your provider to make sure that your employee can process, so that you can process the leave and pay should the employee require it and it be invoked. Then you also need to ensure you and any managers that work for you are fully aware of the requirements, know how to support staff going through this terribly difficult time and how they access the leave and pay and the timelines associated. It's also going to be sensible to communicate this to your employees in case they ever need to use it, just so they understand the context. Manager training is always appropriate for anything to make sure that they understand how this fits with any other leave. So that's it for today. Overview of the neonatal care leave and pay. Keep a watchful eye on my YouTube for more hints, tips and ideas from the world of HR. Now, if you've got any questions or need further information, let me know using one of the routes on the screen. And I will see you next time. Thanks for listening.